Native people, Native culture, Native knowledge. Hi, I'm Jeannie Green, bringing you award-winning Heartbeat Alaska.
Bringing you national and international Native news, this is award-winning Heartbeat Alaska, the premier Native voice in Native programming.
There's a heartbeat, louder than thunder, revolution is in the air. There's a heartbeat deep inside our mother. Are you too cool to care?
Now, with Heartbeat Alaska, here's Jeannie Green.
Hello, welcome to Heartbeat Alaska, Native News and Native Entertainment. I'm Jeannie Green, so glad to have you with me on this beautiful June day. Today we travel from Barrow, Alaska, all the way to Anchorage, Alaska. June means Spirit Days, the largest powwow in the state. This year it's held on June 14th and 15th, and we take a look at Spirit Days from years gone by. Let's travel now to Barrow, Alaska, where oil is in the news once again.
During a signing ceremony Friday morning in Barrow, North Slope Borough Mayor Ben Nageak and Frank Brown, Senior Vice President for the Kuparak unit of ARCO, announced the sale of the Kuparak Industrial Center to ARCO's Kuparak River unit. Mayor Nageak said the sale of the Industrial Center, which lies about 40 miles from Prudhoe Bay, will provide multiple benefits to the North Slope Borough beyond the $4.5 million received from ARCO.
This is very exciting. We've been at it for several months, as I stated, and now it belongs to ARCO, KIC Business Unit, Kuparak Business Unit, and we are, this is beneficial for both the North Slope Borough and ARCO.
The Industrial Center consists of a camp capable of housing personnel, associated utilities, and shop space for the Kuparak River Unit and North Slope oil field contractors. Through the sale itself and the elimination of upkeep responsibilities, Nageak said selling KIC to ARCO's Kuparak unit will free up more than $8.5 million of borough money for other uses, while adding a valuable property to the borough's tax base. Mayor Nageak was involved in another historic event last week when he and about 170 whalers and family members were set adrift on the Arctic Ocean when the sea ice unexpectedly cracked in several places.
Some people had talked about, did you hear a crack earlier? And they said, yes, we had heard it, but it seemed far away, so we went out and checked it, you know, through our trail on up to where the show Fast Ice was, but we didn't see anything. Soon after that, my brother called from shore and called us on radio and said, quick, get ready, get out of there, because we hear there's a crack out west of you. So we hurried. As soon as we could, we got ready. We took our tent down, we put our sleds together, we put our boat on a sledge, and there was no wind, absolutely calm, and it was just gorgeous night. But so there were people who had struck a whale, and people were going to on their way to cut the butcher the whale, and apparently that's when first word came out from those people that there were crack there, and that's when everything started moving. Within the space of 15 minutes, while we were trying to get across a smaller crack, we got stuck up on a little hummock there. We got stuck there, so during that time, it had opened another 6 feet. So by the time we got that time, about 10, 20 feet across it was, I think. And so there was my crew, and another crew was right there, and we got stuck. This is you know, the first time I've heard or seen that many people involved in something like this.
North Slope Borough Search and Rescue, along with the Barrow Volunteer Search and Rescue Team, used 3 helicopters to ferry people off the ice all night long in foggy conditions. No lives were lost, and GPS units played an important role in the rescue.
We're crews scattered all over the ice, but from from 13 miles north to about 10 miles south. So in 20-mile range, they had about 36 trees altogether. And there's men, women, children out there.
We were dressed warm enough here. It was warm and I was scared and never been out on the ice floating away before. We didn't know how far it was. We couldn't see it because the fog was so thick. And the search and rescue couldn't find us, so they had to follow the cracks on the ice. And it took them a pretty long time to find us. It was pretty scary the whole time.
We couldn't really see too far around us, so we stayed closer to the side that was separating from the shore ice, and it went at quite a rate. It was about 10 or 12 feet, like I say, when we first saw it, got to it, and in 40 minutes it was over 150 feet wide. And
when we got to shore, there were people taking names. We had to go to a place. As soon as we landed, we had to sign in, and then we had to account for our crew members. Each crew had to account for their crew members. So there's well-coordinated effort. I mean, it was incredible. The people involved in the search and rescue, both the North Slope Border Search and Rescue Department and the Barrow Volunteer Search and Rescue, they did a tremendous job.
Heartbeat Alaska is brought to you in part by the Division of Alcoholism and Drug Abuse and the Alaska Council on Prevention of Alcohol and Drug Abuse. Together, preventing substance abuse statewide. Ute Air Alaska, official airlines of Heartbeat Alaska. Ute Air Alaska, taking you home. Heartbeat Alaska is made possible in part by Spacemark Incorporated, native owned by the Aleut Corporation, delivering service, operations, and maintenance worldwide. Spacemark, dedicated to making your business a success.
Thank you, North Slope Borough Public Information Office, for that story. Now we travel south from the top of the world, Barrow, Alaska, to Anchorage, Alaska, and take a look at Spirit Days from days gone by. In 1993, Spirit Days got off with a bang, or I should say drumbeat, when dancers welcomed other incoming dancers at Anchorage International Airport. The Tlingit and Haida dancers of Anchorage welcomed the Sitka Nuclean dancers. For those at the airport Thursday evening, the Alaska Native welcome was an unexpected delight, a sight rarely equaled in any other airport around the world.
Spirit
Spirit Days is an annual event in Anchorage, Alaska, a gathering of people from all over, hosted by a very special group of volunteers. Gary Fife and I attended. He spoke with President of Spirit Days Incorporated, Patricia Cochran.
We almost didn't have it this year, right?
Well, it took us a while to get organized and to get a place. We usually have it in June and generally for longer than one day, but we finally got it together. There was a lot of things happening this year, and just trying to find an adequate space was really difficult.
Now, we know we have an abbreviated celebration this year, but we're hoping that we can see more of this happening. Do you think that it was important to keep the chain unbroken, so to speak?
I think everybody felt that way. We had thought about canceling, but we had such enthusiasm from the community and people who really wanted to do it regardless of how much or how little time we had, and not exactly the same kind of Spirit Day celebration. We're doing a mini version of it, but it's still working. We're having a great time. Everybody's enjoying themselves.
Drug-free and proud, you can pull on proud, you can learn to work together like a community, okay? That's right. Okay. Oh, boy. This time here was tough. I represented all those good rhythms. Two. Wait, no. It's drug-free and proud. We're not in Barrow. Come on, guys, don't hurt Greg. He put this stuff together now. And I'm proud now. Freeze it and
Now you look familiar. I know I've seen you almost at every single Spirit Days. How come I know you?
My name's Dennis Willard. I'm with the Tlingit and Haida dance group. Every year.
Every single year you're with the Tlingit and Haida dance group. Where are you from originally?
I was born in Juneau and raised here in Anchorage.
And do you live here now?
Yes, I do.
This year's Spirit Days was only one day long. And is that sad to you, or how do you feel about it?
Well, it's the first time it's been one day, so it's different, but I really enjoyed myself today. I had a lot of fun today.
Hello, my name is Glen Guzman. I'm from Tyonek, Alaska.
And what's your name? Where are you from?
Mike Bruce with Nageak.
Thank you so much, you guys.
My name is Ruth Koelak. I was born and raised in Wales, Alaska, and I live in Anchorage. I make Eskimo slippers, sealskin, And the trim is KOD.
How many pairs do you have here? It looks like you worked all
A
winter.
few, yeah. I work all the time.
I noticed that you've got some gorgeous work here, including some of these dolls. Now, look at that beautiful face. Tell me about your work here.
Okay. The face, my husband carved the face. It's from the moose bone, from the lake.
What are these? What are those with all that fluff on the end?
Yes, these right here.
This is like a southeast drumstick, but I've embellished it with polar bear. This one is sheepskin, Navajo sheepskin, leather. This one's wolf and sheepskin. This is alder from southeast area.
Traditional headdresses have shakiats. They're made out of ermine skin hanging down the sides with your crest on top.
Artists, dancers, vendors, a familiar sight at the annual Anchorage powwow. Spirit Days 96 drew thousands. The handful of organizers once again pulled it off. Drums were heard throughout the city, a sound people have grown accustomed to.
We knew we couldn't cancel because the phones were ringing. The Daily News was getting phone calls. Different organizations were getting phone calls asking when is Spirit Days. So
That's two every day.
So we got, we realized that we had to do it, and so we did pull it together again. And as you can see, it's turned out very nicely.
Tlingit, Haida, Yupik, Inupiaq, Aleuts, Athabascans, Lower 48 Indians, and non-natives, all gathering as one people. Spirit Days is the celebration. At this gathering, there are no politics. That's what makes this powwow so special. It's one big family affair.
I'm Dolly Prea from Barrow, Alaska. I'm Joanne Nageak from Point Lay.
Artie Sakers from Point Lay.
Lucy Inc. from Point Lay.
Wangat tikiya meal. Heartbeat Alaska kinektola tuwik pu. Ariga, kawesiwichi.
Arigateku. Hello, Point Hope.
Every year, people come from all over the state and from the lower 48 to attend Spirit Days. Many from Anchorage. Over 250,000 people live here. And few of the people that live here actually know that the paved streets they drive on covers ground once walked by ancestors of local tribes. George Andola, an elder of the native village of Eklutna, gave the welcoming speech. It was appropriate that he do so, as his ancestors once walked this land.
My grandfather used this area for hunting and fishing. Yeah, there used to be a fish camp down here about a mile north of Ocean Dock. The name of that is Tanakadee, Indian name. I heard a lot about it, and that was the last smoke or fish camp occupied by the Denina tribe.
They lived in this area long ago, natives to the north, to the south, across the water. In 1778, their lives would change forever. Captain Cook sailed into their waters. Lieutenant John Rickman wrote,
Today we were scouring the woods for game when 60 Indians rushed out, all armed with bows and spears. Our Marines discharged their pieces over their heads, which instantly stopped their career.
With the contact of white man, life changed forever for natives, but in a sense, things really have not changed. In the midst of this area, there's a tradition that continues on. In Tyonek, the natives still hunt and fish, as do the natives of Eklutna. And in Anchorage, there's a population of natives who hunt beluga whale off the port of Anchorage. They load up their boats and bring home winter meat.
Where are the drums? Where have the dancers gone?
midst of Alaska's largest city, the sound of the drumbeat that once echoed off the surrounding mountains comes back every year. Organizers say Spirit Days is a gift to the city from the native population, a native population that now numbers many nations, a gathering of people who meet to honor each other and honor the forefathers and their traditions, traditions that live on in the beat of the drum. Remember, this year's Spirit Days is June 14th and 15th in Kincaid Park. Hope to see you there. Let's take a moment now for some good Native music, and I'll be back real soon.
That I miss you when the stars are shining in the sky. Have I told you lately that I love you? Well, darling, I'm telling you now. Eagle Island, left on me, oh, honey, 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 honey.
Thank you once again for joining us for Heartbeat Alaska, Native News and Native Information. Remember to please call us. We love to hear from you and we love to get your letters. If you have any information you'd like to share, 907-563-7440 is our number. God bless you. Have a fabulous week. We'll see you again next week.
Leaving me lonely, silver wings, slowly fading out of sight. Put me out of her mind. There's a heartbeat. We got this.